So for anyone that saw it the other night, Nintendo held another Direct, and to be honest, this one was probably their best one they've done in a very, very long time. Started off a little bit slow, but halfway through, it was like they showed off Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games are coming to the Nintendo Switch, and I was like, oh man, I just got so excited when I seen it. The list of games they have coming as well, like there's a ton of Zelda. I've recently just got into Zelda, actually, like the last couple of years, and I'm going back playing some of the old ones that I missed, and oh my god, there's some great games. So far, my favorite ones are Oracle of Season and Oracle of Ages, and I'm so happy to see they're coming to Nintendo Switch Online as well, so that's really cool. But yeah, the lineup is awesome. I do feel like there's some games missing from there. Obvious ones, I was waiting to see Pokemon. Now maybe they're gonna hold a Pokemon Direct further down the line and they'll announce these. Hold on, it's my Pocket Station giving out to me. Sorry about that. So yeah, I reckon they're probably gonna hold a Pokemon Direct further down the line and maybe announce Pokemon games are coming to the Nintendo Switch. At least that's what I would like to see. I still love going back to the original Pokemon games. They're games I never got to play as a kid. So when they came out on the Nintendo eShop, I'm still trying to make my way through some of them. It's like slowly going back and forth or whatever. I'm still trying to make my way through all the older Pokemon games, by the way. So I've already played some of Red, Blue, Yellow, going on to Green on the Japanese eShop, then Gold and Silver and Crystal. So I mean, like, there are some great games, and it's just a shame that they're just not getting moved over. So yeah, I'd like to think that they're gonna hold a Pokemon Direct later on this year and just announce those Pokemon games over there. I mean, like, along with having the ones on the Nintendo eShop that we have at the moment, like, was it Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal? I mean, we could also have Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire or whatever. You know, there's so many games there as well we can have to add to that arsenal of Pokemon games, which are more games that I just never really got around to playing. So it would be fun to kind of jump in and try those games out. But aside from Pokemon, there were other games I'd like to see on there. Most notably for myself is probably obviously anything Digimon. There's 3 Digimon games, by the way, on the Nintendo Game Boy Advance from way back then. So we had, what was it? There was Battle Spirits, there was Battle Spirits 2, and there was Digimon Racing. Digimon Racing was kind of like Mario Kart was taken off, and it was like, I think pretty much every company that had an anime or a cartoon or whatever, like, screw it, let's just do a kart racer, and Digimon was one of them. Now, to be fair, it's not a groundbreaking game in the kart racing circle, but it's actually quite a good game. The whole Digivolution mechanics and how they're incorporated into the racing elements, it's unbelievable. It's like, you have these little grids that you could drive on that'll digivolve your Digimon into their champion form, which will also unlock their abilities. So basically, if you have Agumon, you can get your Nova Blast and kind of shoot the opponent in front of you. You can also pick up weapons along the way. Actually, by the way, is if you get hit with these weapons, you could actually de-digivolve down to in-training, and that's actually, it's gonna slow down your card. They look pretty much like what Nintendo was doing back then with, like, I think it was Circuit Racer or whatever that one was on GBA, but there was also the one on the SNES. They do look very similar, so they were going for the same kind of style, same kind of look, and they are still a lot of fun. I do enjoy them. Like Digimon Racing, when you go through, it's got some cool areas. You get to race all over File Island. You can see all the different Digimon coming in as obstacles in the middle of your race and stuff. It's like, I think there's a Chewmon running around. There's actually an area as well that has Piximon. If you fly too close, or if you drive too close to them, you come out with the spears and kind of like stab you with them, just kind of slow you down or whatever. It's a really fun kind of a racing game, to be honest. Yeah, I think it belongs on NSO. I think you can do really well up there. The other ones I mentioned were Battle Spirit and Battle Spirit 2. I'll talk about Battle Spirit first really quick. Battle Spirit was kind of like, these are the, I wouldn't even call them a spin-off. They're very similar to Digimon Rumble. For anyone that remembers Digimon Rumble, which is quite a lot of people that grew up with Digimon. Battle Spirits, they were kind of like, they were the original Rumble Arena, but kind of on another level. So they were like based on the sprites rather than like 3D graphics or whatever, obviously because of like the way the limitations of the GBA were. They had a cool mechanic where you beat the shit of your opponent Digimon, and they drop little orbs. You collect the orbs. Whoever had the most orbs at the end, they would obviously win the fight. This was the same across both of them, but they also had different things incorporated in. So like Battle Spirit, the first one, was more along of Digimon from season 1 all the way to Tamers. Then Battle Spirit 2 was pretty much just Frontier and those Digimon. You had Kalumon would come down and you could like hit off Kalumon and get your Digimon to like warp Digivolve to Mega and just be able to pretty much bully the opponent. Even the boss battles in that, where like you'd randomly just be playing and all of a sudden like a boss Digimon would jump in, like Impmon or something. You have that one chance to beat him or whatever, and then if you don't beat him, you just carry on as usual. He won't interrupt the next fight. You can just carry on and, you know, play through it like normal. So it was kind of fun. They were very difficult though, I will say, just because the orbs that you beat from Impmon, rather than staying on the ground like a regular Digimon, they kind of just fly back to Impmon, so you have to like literally a second or two to pick them up before they go flying back to him, otherwise you're just not gonna have a chance. That's what makes it so difficult though. His specials as well are just kind of like that one where he sets you on fire and you just run all over screen and you lose control of your Digimon. That one is a pain in the ass. It's still a fun game though. I do want to see it brought back. But the way Battle Spirit 2 incorporated Digivolution was kind of weird. So obviously they worked with the Spirit Evolution and stuff, so you got access to all the different spirits. But you could have a Goonimon go to Vreechermon by filling up this gauge. So what you could do then is, once the gauge is full, you could press B and A to trigger your evolution to Vreechermon from a Goonimon. And while you're doing your combo, you'd swiftly just see it for like a couple of hits, you go into Vreechermon and then back to a Goonimon. Or you could even trigger your special attack, which rather than just using a Goonimon's like flame attack, you could literally just go straight into Vreechermon and kind of like do his attack on the Digimon for extra damage. It's kind of like a fun little series. I would like to see them come back, like I said, add them to NSO. There are some fun games that are just kind of forgotten, especially for Rumble fans. I do recommend, if you have a chance, try to go back and play them, because they are a lot of fun. So another series of games that I'd love to see come onto NSO is actually Medabots. Medabots has like 6 games stretching across from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance, and there's actually some really good games. So you've got like, it's obviously like Pokemon, you got the dual versions with, you know, exclusive Medabots to each version. But the cool thing about Medabots is actually building your robot, you know, for battle. You could add like different medals to increase different kinds of stats. You could have different, you know, weaponry on them, or arms or legs or whatever, to help with different terrain or give them different kinds of fighting styles. It's a really cool system. It's something that is pretty much unique to Medabots, I'd like to say. But yeah, it's a whole, like I said, a whole load of games there we could easily get. Now, not all of them have been officially translated, but I think Natsume actually brought over quite a few from the Game Boy Advance era, so it'd be fun to actually get some of them over on NSO and be able to actually play them, especially as there's so many fans of Medabots over in the West still to this day. But unfortunately, down to the whole legal issue that's been going on between Natsume and whatever that crypto game is, but any issues that's been going on there is preventing future Medabots games kind of coming out, really, I think. So it would be fun if they could find a way to do this. I don't think that the legal issue is going to affect them, to be honest, because they have already been published under the Medabots name. So I don't think it would affect them to this day to do that. But yeah, it would be a lot of fun to see if they could bring these games over, because there's some games that I'd love to play, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of you guys would love to be able to play them as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.